What is going on YouTube? Is FlopFish here, and welcome to my first ever Q&A video. I've been meaning to do one for a long time now, and just finally got one in and got some questions in on Twitter. So I guess this is the first session of Ask Flop. I'm hoping to do this every week, but anyways, just you guys can post your questions in the comments below or on Twitter using the hashtag AskFlop. And yeah, without further ado, we got a few questions to get us kicked off in the first ever episode here, and we're going to one from Don't Be Sad 20, and favorite fish. Gonna have to be the rainbow parrotfish because those things are pretty cool. I remember seeing one in Hawaii, I'm pretty sure, a couple of years ago, and they're like super colorful and they can be kind of big, but they're overall pretty stinking sweet fish. So that is gonna be my favorite fish. Next one comes in from Reckless Warrior. Who will win the Stanley Cup this year? And I'm going to go with a bit of a dark horse here, and I'm going to say the New Jersey Devils are going to win the Stanley Cup this year. They added a lot of depth this year, and with Schneider in net and Brodeur being, the backup, I think Schneider will get more starts than Brodeur, but that'll be a very good tandem, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be one of the toughest teams to beat. I think it'll be a New Jersey-St. Louis final, and New Jersey will win it in 6. So that is my Stanley Cup predictions for this year. You can book it. Next up is from NHL14 Hut _ I think _ 2 underscores. Biggest underdogs this year, again, probably the Devils, because a lot of people forget about them, but actually the Panthers are probably a pretty big underdog. They have Thomas on their team, they have a whole bunch of, just pieces put together, but they could actually be very good. And then actually a team that might surprise, I'm trying to think of one in the West. I think Nashville could surprise actually a little bit more than what they normally do. So I'll say probably the biggest underdogs right now are the Devils. I think a lot of people are underestimating what they got back in exchange for losing Kovalchuk as well as Schneider. So they did really well there, and I think they're definitely going to be in that underdog category in my opinion. Maybe the Senators too, but who knows? It all depends on what you classify as an underdog. But yeah, anyways, on to the next question, which is from 2005 White Sox 05. Favorite childhood show? Ed, and Eddie, hands down. That was probably one of my favorite shows to watch ever, and just remember laughing in it a ton. So definitely a very good show to watch. And yeah, so on to the next question, which is what university college are you at this year? What program are you taking? I'm at Brock University this for the next 2 years, I think, in this year and last year. And I'm actually taking sport management because I love sport management and all that type of stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. Hopefully you can get a pretty sweet job out of it afterwards. Who knows though. Next one comes in from NHL Dealers. What's your take on the Rangers this year? And I actually think they have some good players in there, but I don't like AV as a coach a ton. And I think they'll probably not make the playoffs this year. That's bold prediction right there. But I think Benoit Pouliot will be a good player for them. I don't know. I don't see them making the playoffs this year unless, Lundqvist stands on his head. It'll be interesting with AV there this year. But again, it's just they don't seem like a team that's going to make the playoffs to me, especially under the new format and especially in their division. Next up is from It's Dobbs 16, your boy himself. Favorite player on the Red Wings and Leafs? Who even likes the Red Wings and Leafs? Hang on, gotta think about this one. Well, I'm going to go with Cody Franson from the Leafs and Merrick Tverden from the Red Wings, both former Vancouver Giants, because, yeah, Vancouver Giant players are awesome. Cody Franson is an absolute monster. Him and Jonathan Blum had a ton of chemistry for the Giants. They actually scored an insane goal, but those would be my two favorite players. So, yeah, Tverden's a prospect still, so I don't know if you classify him, but I'm counting him. Book it. Next question. X-Tech asks this one. Favorite movie? As far as, kind of entertainment wise goes and graphics wise, I actually don't watch a ton of movies, but I actually haven't watched a movie in a long time, to be honest. The top one would definitely be Tron. I love watching Tron. It's just I love Tron. It's the best movie ever. The soundtrack's absolutely amazing, and yeah, so Tron's my favorite movie that way. And then probably Benchwarmers as far as a comedy goes. Just an overall pretty funny film. And Step Brothers. I think Benchwarmers and Step Brothers are kind of tied in the comedy section. So next question here from Jojen21 is, if you're to be any NHL player, who would you be and why? I would be Ekman Larsson because he has the best hair out of any NHL player probably, and he's a very awesome defenseman on Phoenix, and I would like to play for Phoenix because the Phoenix fans are awesome, the ones that show up. But nonetheless, I would like to be a Coyote, I think, besides being a Canuck. But yeah, so Ekman Larsson, and I like playing defense as well as center, but I'd be Ekman Larsson probably, hands down, because just that hair is perfect. And then last one comes in from Nick Cuomo. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. Best NHL experience ever. There's 3 of them that I can name off the top of my head. I guess I'll kind of go in order from like least to greatest. By NHL experience, I think this one kind of counts. It's the Legends Classic, which I got to like see Pavel Bure and stuff. I was actually selling programs at it, and we were actually right where the players entered, so fans would be coming up to us and getting programs, and we saw like all the Hall of Fame inductees and stuff, and Bure and Theo Fleury, who's by the way really short in person, and actually shocked me how short he was, but pretty cool experience in itself. Second would be probably the Brad May and Friends game in 2004 and 2005 during the lockout. That was pretty cool seeing all the NHLers and stuff, as well as Todd Bertuzzi play his first pro hockey game since his suspension, and just got to meet a ton of people. Like a ton of them were signing autographs and stuff. And fun fact, I got Jerome McGinley to sign a Canucks jersey there. So there you go. And the best experience probably would have to be meeting Gordie Howe, which by far trumps any experience I have ever had meeting a person, because he's just really humble, awesome guy, and that's hands down the best experience that any hockey fan could probably ever have, and I'm actually super fortunate that actually happened. Anyways guys, that's it for Ask Flop. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and the questions. See you next week. Take it easy. Peace out.